Good afternoon. My name is Masede Lerato, and in this reflection, I'll be discussing about the implementation of my grade 10 first additional language, of which is English, lesson on reading and viewing, analyzing an advertisement using persuasive language. The lesson was focused on helping learners identify persuasive techniques used in advertisement while developing higher order thinking skills. The lesson objectives were aligned with Bloom's taxonomy. By the end of the lesson, learners were able to identify persuasive language techniques, analyze how these techniques influence consumers, and create a short advertisement using persuasive language. During introduction, to introduce the lesson, I displayed a digital advertisement using the interactive whiteboard. I then asked learners the questions such as what product is being advertised and what makes advertisement convincing. I gave learners chance to discuss their own ideas with their partners before sharing them with the class. This activity activated their pure knowledge and increased participation. The ICT tool used during this phase was an interactive presentation displayed through a projector on a smartboard. According to SAMR model, this activity represents substitution because digital advertisement simply replaced a printed advertisement without changing the learning task. During this phase, my role as a teacher was to facilitate discussion, ask probing questions, and guide learners. The learners actively observed, discussed, and shared their ideas. Under development phase, during the main lesson, learners worked in small groups using tablets and computers to analyze different online advertisements. They completed a shared digital worksheet by identifying persuasive techniques such as emotive language, slogans, repetition, rhetorical questions, and visual images. Groups then presented their findings to the class using the interactive board. This activity reached the modification level and of the SAMR model because the technology significantly improved collaboration, allowed learners to work stimulately on one document, and provided immediate feedback. My role was to monitor group discussions, provide support where necessary, and facilitate learning. Learners worked collaboratively, analyzed advertisement critically, and communicated their confidently. Under conclusion phase. In the final phase, learners individually created their own digital advertisement using Canva or Microsoft PowerPoint. They included persuasive language techniques learned during the lesson and presented their advertisement to the class. This activity represented the reunification level of the SAMR model because technology enabled learners to create professional quality advertisement that would have been difficult to produce using only paper and pencil. Learners also had opportunities to share and receive feedback digitally. My role was to guide learners during the creative process while learners applied their knowledge independently and demonstrated creativity and critical thinking. Reflection on effectiveness. Overall, the lesson was successful because learners remained actively engaged throughout all three phases. The use of ICT increased learners' motivation, encouraged collaboration, and supported deeper understanding of persuasive language. If I were to teach this lesson again, I will provide an additional examples before group activity and allow slightly more time for learners to design and present their advertisement. Inclusive teaching. To accommodate different learning abilities, I grouped learners strategically so that stronger learners could support those needing assistance. Visual advertisement supported visual learners. Discussions benefited auditory learners, and the practical design task engaged kinetic learners. I also provided additional guidance to learners who required extra support. In conclusion, the lesson demonstrated how meaningful ICT integration can improve teaching and learning. Applying the SAMR model ensured that technology was used not only to replace traditional method but also to transform learning experiences. The lesson promoted collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking while ensuring that all learners participated meaningfully. Thank you.